A portion of this video is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. For more information about Sheath Underwear, visit the link in the description or wait till the end of this video to hear more from me. There is inherent hubris, arrogance within the Donald Trump administration. And it's a fish that rots from the head from Donald Trump, who believes he's beyond the scope of the laws the rest of us follow, beyond the scope of the ethics restraints that follow us throughout our daily lives. Donald Trump and Elon Musk also feel like this. I have a court filing here, a sworn court document that is going to just... if what we were going through wasn't such an absolute dangerous nightmare for so many people, it would just, the gaffes and the jackassery, the dumb fuckery, if you will, checking the clock here to make sure I'm within the 30 seconds so I don't get demonetized by YouTube. It should shock you. It should shock you that they are now claiming that Elon Musk, in sworn court documents to a judge, to a federal court, that Elon Musk, he's not the leader of DOGE. He has nothing to do with it. He's just a special government employee and a high, lofty advisor to the President of the United States. That's what they'd have you believe. Unfortunately, because Donald Trump, it's a defunct organization with zero credibility, but also just little understanding of how there's no planning going in. It's just a ramshackle running roughshod over the government operation. They had all this time to plan. They put together documents of over 900 pages with Project 2025, and then when the rubber hits the road and it's time to do the job, they're unprepared. They're claiming Elon is the head of DOGE, all conservatives. Elon and DOGE, Elon and DOGE, Elon and DOGE. Elon's heading DOGE. They're going to change America. It's going to be so great. Making America great again. And then when it comes time to answer to a judge, they're like, oh, no. Where did you get this idea that Elon Musk is the head of DOGE? First, before I read from the court document, I will give you evidence that it is. He is the head of DOGE. And Donald Trump himself said it just the other day when Elon Musk came in and commandeered the White House, when Donald Trump ceded his role as president to Elon Musk and announced, give us all the information you have, President Elon, co-president Elon. And in this moment, he says, your team, what has your team found? So if it's not Elon Musk's team and he has nothing to do with DOGE, as you're going to find out in these sworn court documents, why is Donald Trump referring to it as your team while talking to Elon Musk?
And also, could you mention some of the things that your team has found, some of the crazy numbers, including the woman that walked away with about 30 million?
Right.
Etc.
Well, we do find it sort of rather odd that there are quite a few people in the bureaucracy who have ostensibly a salary of a few $100,000, but somehow manage to accrue tens of millions of dollars in net worth while they are in that position, which is, what happened at USAID. We're just curious as to where it came from. Maybe they're very good at investing, in which case we should take their investment advice, perhaps. But they seem to be mysteriously, they get wealthy. We don't know why. Where does it come from? And I think the reality is that they're getting wealthy at the taxpayer expense. That's the honest truth of it.
Because they're liars. If you're wondering what the answer to the question was before I went into the clip, why is Donald Trump doing it? Because they're liars. Because Elon Musk is a special government employee and he's the leader of DOGE. If not, why would he be wearing DOGE jackets? Like bomber jackets or flight deck jackets with the stupid symbol with the dumb dog on it. No besmirching of dogs here. Dog house here. Here is the filing. This is in a case, the state of New Mexico et al. And others versus Elon Musk in his official capacity, et al. I, Joshua Fisher, pursuant to the provisions of 28 U.S. Code Section 1746, declare under penalty of perjury. Everyone, under penalty of perjury, this Joshua Fisher character, is he's testifying to the following. I make these statements based on personal knowledge and knowledge obtained in the course of my official duties. I am the director of the Office of Administration. I've held that position since January 20th, 2025. In that capacity, I am personally involved in the appointment of special government employees. I have personal knowledge of Mr. Elon Musk's employment status with the federal government. Mr. Musk is an employee of the White House. He holds that position as a non-career special government employee. In that job, Mr. Musk is a senior advisor to the president. It is not uncommon for the president to have senior advisors who are SGEs. For instance, Anita Dunn was an influential senior advisor to President Biden while serving as an SGE. In that role as senior advisor to the president, Mr. Musk has no greater authority than other senior White House advisors. Like other senior White House advisors, Mr. Musk has no actual or formal authority to make government decisions himself. Mr. Musk can only advise the president and communicate the president's directives. And then finally, get a load of this. The U.S. DOGE service, the Department of Government Efficiency Service, is a component of the Executive Office of the President. The U.S. DOGE Service Temporary Organization is within the U.S. DOGE Service. Both are separate from the White House. Mr. Musk is an employee in the White House office. He is not an employee of the U.S. DOGE Service or U.S. DOGE Service Temporary Organization. Mr. Musk is not the U.S. DOGE Service Administrator. How interesting that Donald Trump called it your team and gave all the time, he gave the floor to Elon Musk while his child ran rampant through the Oval Office, and he has nothing to do with DOGE. Very peculiar, one might add, one might say, one might claim. They're liars. And they're not just lying to you. They're not just lying to MAGA. They're not just lying to the media. They're lying in sworn documents, committing perjury to federal judges in federal courts about the role of Elon Musk. It's brazen, it's hubris, it's arrogance. It is Donald Trump feeling as though he is a king-type figure, some kind of a despotic emperor, while quoting the Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, while claiming he has the authority to terminate all rules, regulations, and articles up to and including the Constitution of the United States, while claiming he's going to be a dictator, while having members of Congress try to alter the Constitution to give him a third term in office. Unlikely he's even going to survive this term. Can you imagine if he were to avoid the Grim Reaper because of the Big Mac sauce coursing through his veins, and he would have a third term? He's already a melting candle. Well, what would that look like? Anyway, alarming to be sure. What do you think? I invite you to this conversation. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I am across social media. I am no longer active on Elon Musk. So he's not in charge of Twitter. What? What would give you that idea? He's not in charge of he's in charge of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, I am at Dollemore everywhere else. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another. I talk nearly every day about how divided we are as a country and the havoc that this division wreaks. But not all divisions are bad, right? As a mathematical concept, for instance, division allows you to split things into equal parts, allowing for equal shares. Division of labor has, for thousands of years, allowed humans to evolve their efficiency and specialization when working on certain tasks. And you can ask any kid to tell you that dinner is far better when the meat is divided from the veg. And what's more annoying than when you're sitting at a cramped table or out in the humid weather than having your meat smashed into your two veg? Is the meat and veg metaphor working here? It's time to divide and conquer with Sheath. Sheath makes the most comfortable boxer briefs I have ever worn. Regular boxers are just too loose and bunchy and not great. And briefs are just a smush fest. Sheath are the solution. Head to sheath.com and use promo code Dollemore to score 20% off and upgrade to the most comfortable underwear you'll ever wear. I'm wearing a pair right now, and indeed, that may be all I'm wearing under the desk here. But really, sheaths are the only underwear I wear. Absolutely fact. Their testicular tech features dual pouches to keep your mane apart from your sides. More dinner metaphors. Note, if you're not into the division for some reason, you don't have to use the dual pouches at all. Just throw your sheaths on like regular pair of underwear and you're good to go. Also, Sheath's stretchy fabric is super soft and made with moisture-wicking technology to keep your president and his cabinet cool and comfortable throughout the rigors of the day. I love my sheaths all the time, but they are particularly clutch in the sticky heat of DC summers, which is basically like 9 months out of the year. They were invented by a U.S. Army veteran while serving a tour in Iraq. The idea for sheath came from discomfort in harsh environments. As a former Marine stationed in that part of the world, I get the inspiration. The airflow meshes are my personal favorite, but Sheath has tons of excellent styles and designs. Pick a pair and Sheath will hand them to your doorstep nearly instantly thanks to blindingly fast shipping and amazing customer service. Also, Sheath supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders. So with your purchase, you're making the world a better place too. Upgrade your undergarments, score 20% off right now when you head to sheath.com and use code Dollemore. Divide and conquer your discomfort with Sheath underwear.